You wouldn't hit a child, right? You wouldn't scream at them for making a mistake, and you wouldn't starve them if they forgot something, and you wouldn't ignore them if they were hurting. Yeah? Then why do you keep doing it to you? You, the adult with a job, a phone full of alarms and dreams that you are too scared to admit out loud. You, the person who shows up for everyone else but keeps ghosting yourself. You say things to yourself that you would never say to another human being. You beat yourself up for being tired and punish yourself for not being perfect and call yourself names every time that you fall short. Let me tell you, if you raise a child the way that you treat yourself, somebody will call it child services. But here's the part that stings. No one is coming. No one's gonna knock on your door. No one's gonna rescue your inner child. No one is filing a report on the damage that you are doing to yourself every single damn day. You're it. And until you start parenting yourself with real love and not comfort, you will stay stuck in this cycle of almost relapses and maybe next week. So let's talk about what real self love actually is, because it's not soft as many love to think. It's not sweet either. It's definitely not a lavender bath and a Netflix binge, no. It's war. And the internet has lied to you. It has sold you the soft version of self-love. The version that makes you feel better in the moment, but destroys you in long term. That version looks like this, okay? Binging those nonsense after a hard day and calling it relaxing. Canceling plans again and saying, I'm busy. Ignoring goals because you don't have the time. And let me be clear. Let me be clear about something. Rest is necessary. So is discipline. Boundaries are love. But so is structure. Being kind to yourself matters. But kindness without accountability, that's just enabling. You want real self-love? Real self-love is dragging yourself out of bed when you don't feel like it. It's feeding yourself real food when junk food is easier. Moving your body when your mind wants to quit. Cleaning your space when depression tells you to let it rot. It's replacing comfort with commitment and emotions with intention. Self-love is raising your inner child with a kind of tough, relentless love that they should have received. And guess what? That child inside of you, the one that has never felt safe enough, never felt seen or strong enough, they're still there. And now you're the grown up. You're the guardian. You're the parent, okay? Let me give you some hard truths, okay? Number one, you don't need motivation. You need a routine. You don't need more inspiration. You don't need another podcast. You don't need another morning meditation playlist on YouTube. No. You need structure. You need consistency. You need to stop negotiating with yourself every morning about whether you feel like it or not. Think about a kid for a second, okay? A 6-year-old. They don't get to feel like it. They have a routine. Wake up, brush your teeth, eat, go to school and homework and sleep and then repeat. Because structure creates safety and safety creates progress. So if your life feels like chaos right now, it is probably because you are skipping the structure. You are basically improvising your entire existence, waking up at different times, eating when you remember, working when you feel like it, sleeping whenever. No wonder your brain is panicking. You need a baseline. Create a simple routine. Wake up at the same time every single day. Move your body. Eat real food. Write your goals down. Plan your day. And repeat. That's not boring, by the way. That's healing. Because when life collapses, and believe me, it will, routine is the rope that you use to pull yourself out. Number two, how you look is how you think. This one is gonna offend some people, and I hope it does. Good. Okay? Your appearance, it doesn't, no. Your appearance matters. 100%. No, it's not about the designer brands or the six pack or being hot for Instagram. That's not what I'm talking about. What we're talking about is self respect. If your clothes are stained, if your hair hasn't seen a brush in days, and your teeth is neglected and your posture is collapsed, what you're telling your inner child is that you're not worth it. You aren't worth it. And deep down you believe it. I mean, you wouldn't send a child to school filthy, would you? You wouldn't tell them to just deal with it and expect confidence to magically grow, right? So why do you let you walk through life that way? Clean yourself up. Groom yourself. Put some effort into showing up. And not for others, okay? Forget about others. For you. Dress like someone who gives a damn. Because if someone's gonna give a damn about you, it has to be you first, okay? Because when you look like someone who's worth listening to, eventually you'll start listening to yourself. Forget about others. You will start listening to yourself. Number 3, your environment is a direct reflection of you. Look around your space right now. Don't just glance. Take a good look around, do a thorough scan. Is your room a mess? Is the dishes in the sink? Is the laundry on the floor? Is there dust in the corner? Then guess what? That's not just your environment. That is your inner world exposed. Your room is a mirror. Your car is a mirror. Your inbox, your browser tabs, your desktop, they're all mirrors. You can't build a peaceful life in a place that looks like a war zone. Okay? So clean your space. Not because you're expecting company, okay? Not because you're suddenly motivated, but because you respect yourself enough to live in a clean space. That is not aesthetic. That is psychological warfare. And you win it with a trash bag, a broom, and some discipline. Okay? Number 4. You don't need more time alone. You need a community. Okay? You have convinced yourself, I know, you convinced yourself that you're a lone wolf, right? That you work better alone. That isolation is your healing. Let's be real. That's not healing. That's hiding, okay? You're avoiding the vulnerability of connection. You got used to being the strong one, the one who doesn't need help, the one that says, I'm fine, when you are drowning inside. But let me tell you something. Even wolves run in packs. Even lions have tribes. You were never meant to do this alone, by the way. So call someone, join a community, message that friend back, go to a damn gathering. See you, okay? New people see you. Healing is what happens in relationships, not in vacuums, okay? This world doesn't need another person who found themselves after a bubble bath. No. It needs people who chose to show up for themselves when no one else did. So when you feel like giving up, ask yourself, would I let the child I love quit just because they're tired? When you want to spiral into shame, ask yourself, would I talk to a child the way I'm talking to myself right now? And then when you want to skip that workout, that journal session, or that goal, ask yourself, would I raise a child to abandon their purpose every time it got hard? Okay? You know the answer, so stop. Enough. Stop abandoning yourself. Show up, even when it sucks. Actually, especially when it sucks, because discipline is love. Let me say that again. Discipline is love and self-love. The real, honest, mature self-love is raising yourself into the kind of person that your inner child can trust again. Here's the truth that nobody wants to hear. You will not be saved. At least not by a partner, not by a mentor, not by a trend, not even by this video. Only you can save you. So be the parent that you need. Be the coach that you never had. Be the protector that your younger self cried for. Become the adult that makes your inner child feel safe, proud, and finally at peace. My name is Marisha, and I make videos like this because most people are just surviving and not living. And that has to change. Now, if this video woke something up inside of you, good. I hope it did. That means it's time to move. So hit the subscribe button because we are not building perfect people here. We're building people who refuse to stay small. So let's go, and if you like the video, give it a like, and if you want to see more of my videos, you can check out this video, or you can go straight to my channel. And yes, let's get to work and let's take over the world, and I'll be seeing you in my next video. Bye.